Welcome to the School of the Lost Tribes. In the Bible, the worship of a fish god is most clearly associated with the Philistines and their god Dagon. Dagon was a major deity in ancient Philistine religion, often depicted as part man and part fish, sometimes as a fish god or as a god of grain and fertility depending on the region and period. In the Bible, the worship of a fish god is most clearly associated with the Philistines and their god Dagon. Dagon was a major deity in ancient Philistine religion, often depicted as part man and part fish, sometimes as a fish god or as a god of grain and fertility, depending on the region and period. Here's a key biblical reference, 1 Samuel 5, 2-4, King James Version. When the Philistines took the ark of God, they brought it into the house of Dagon and set it by Dagon. And when they of Ashdod arose early on the morrow, behold, Dagon was fallen upon his face to the earth before the ark of the Lord. And they took Dagon and set him in his place again. And when they arose early on the morrow morning, behold, Dagon was fallen upon his face to the ground before the ark of the Lord. And the head of Dagon and both the palms of his hands were cut off upon the threshold. Only the stump of Dagon was left to him. Explanation. The Philistines placed the Ark of the Covenant in the temple of Dagon in Ashdod. The dramatic collapse of Dagon's statue before the Ark of the Lord is a powerful symbol of the God of Israel's supremacy. Dagon's imagery is believed to have included fish-like features, especially in later interpretations. Ancient depictions sometimes showed Dagon with a fish tail and human upper body. This account emphasizes the clash between the God of Israel and the idol gods of the nations, especially those worshipped by Israel's enemies, such as the Philistines. Topic: the fish god, Dagon, and warnings against graven images. 1 Samuel 5, 2-4. When the Philistines took the ark of God, they brought it into the house of Dagon and set it by Dagon. This passage describes the Philistines placing the Ark of the Covenant in the temple of Dagon, their god. Dagon was worshipped as a fertility deity, often associated with fish, due to the coastal location of the Philistines. Iconography and historical records show Dagon depicted as a half-man, half-fish figure, tying his image to water, provision, and nature. The text reveals that Dagon falls twice before the Ark of Yahweh, with his head and hands broken off, symbolizing defeat and impotence before the God of Israel. Exodus 23-5. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image. In this foundational commandment, the children of Israel are warned not to create or worship any graven image, even those representing other gods. The instruction is clear: no physical object, no carved likeness of anything in heaven or on earth, including beasts or marine creatures, should be used in worship. This directly contrasts with the worship of Dagon, whose idol form was crafted and honored, something the Israelites were explicitly forbidden to do. Deuteronomy 4:15-18. Take ye therefore good heed, lest ye corrupt yourselves, and make you a graven image, the similitude of any figure, the likeness of male or female, the likeness of any fish that is in the waters beneath the earth. Moses speaks to the Israelites, warning them that they saw no form when YHWH spoke at Sinai. Therefore, they should not attempt to represent him with images, including the likeness of a fish. This directly addresses ideologies like that of Dagon and other pagan deities that were portrayed using animal or aquatic forms. Leviticus 26:1. Ye shall make you no idols nor graven image, neither rear you up a standing image. This reiterates the commandment against physical idols. The Israelites were to be set apart from the surrounding nations, including Philistia, who placed great value in physical images, standing stones, and carved gods. Their worship was to be in spirit and truth, not through statues or symbolic icons like Dagon. Psalm 115, verses 4-8. Their idols are silver and gold, the work of men's hands. They have mouths, but they speak not. They that make them are like unto them. This poetic passage mocks the powerlessness of idols, emphasizing that they are man-made and lifeless. It is a powerful warning to Israel not to follow the path of idolatry like the Philistines with Dagon. The fish god may have had a grand temple and an imposing figure, but he was nothing before the God of Israel. Summary. The ideology of the fish god Dagon reflects the pagan worship practices of surrounding nations, particularly the Philistines, who built temples and made graven images to symbolize power, nature, and provision. The Israelites, however, were commanded by YHWH to never adopt these practices. Instead, they were to rely solely on the unseen, almighty God who had delivered them and entered covenant with them. Worship of carved images, especially ones resembling beasts or fish, was considered corruption, leading to judgment and separation from Yahweh.